Hello, my name is Dan Sanar. I'm a project engineer at the Iowa Flood Center. We're here today at the Hydraulics Wind Tunnel Annex to cover the rain gauge maintenance of the Iowa Flood Center rain gauge platforms. So first step, when you arrive on site, take a visual inspection of the site, note any damage that may or may not be there, whether it's animals or anything else. Mow the grass around the gauges. That might involve a push lawnmower. Most of the time it's a weed eater. Be careful not to damage the platform or anything else with the weed eater when you're trimming. After you're done trimming the grass, usually some grass gets thrown up on top of the rain gauge platform. Go ahead and take your spray and your rag, which you've brought with you. Spray the solar panel, wipe any grass off of there. Make sure it's good and clean for proper charging. And then go ahead and commence with rain gauge maintenance. So the first step would be to remove the funnel to expose the inner mechanism of the rain gauge. So there's 3 screws on the white part of the funnel. Turn those out 2 or 3 turns, enough to release the funnel from the base. There are 2 styles of base. You can tell by the slot at the bottom. One style you turn counterclockwise until you hit the bolt. In both styles, you lift straight up. You do not want to lift at an angle. You can damage the inner funnel if you do not lift straight up. So if you lift straight up and the funnel does not remove, try turning it counterclockwise. Perhaps it is the new style funnel. And then go ahead and set that to the side. The next step to prevent false tips is to remove the signal wire, the black signal wire from the terminal block on the side of the rain gauge. The actual rain gauge itself is this aluminum portion. The terminal block is on one side. Back that screw out a couple turns, move the wire to the side so it can't contact any other metal or terminals. At that point, the system is now free from false tips. This is the part that measures the rain. When the rain comes through the funnels, it fills up this one side of the platform, the bucket, and tips, drains. This gets very dirty from sediment, dirt, and various other debris. The first recommended step when you clean is to take both funnels off, then both wires off, then come back and spray both sides of the inner mechanism and the inner funnel. Get out your handy toothbrush and scrub the inside gently, taking care not to push down on the mechanism itself. Go ahead and scrub the other side. Take your rag and then dry it out, taking care, again, not to put too much pressure down. You can support the bottom of the funnel as you clean out the inside of the corners. Take your brush, clean out inside here, inside the black funnel. Sometimes there's some debris down in the small orifice. Take your rag, put it over the end of your tool, which has been provided. Turn side to side gently, and then dry out the inside of that funnel. You will have a checklist. Check these steps off as you go. On repetitive motions, it's very easy to forget critical steps. So check where you're at on your checklist. The next item would be to clean the screens in the outer funnel. Outer funnel has screen inside. Take your tool, stick it inside, pop the funnel out, set it to the side. There's an inner screen. If it happens to be stuck, take your tool, go through the hole on the inside, push, and the screen will pop out. Next step is cleaning of the outer funnel. Spray the inside of the funnel. Again, it's helpful to let the cleaner soak a little bit to soften any dirt, and then wipe all debris and dirt out, just like doing the dishes at home. Regarding cleaner, any household multi-purpose cleaner will do. tend to avoid soaps because they'll leave a film and we don't want to have to rinse, but this is just a multi-purpose cleaner and degreaser that you would use on your kitchen countertop. Once the inside of the outer funnel is clean, the next step is to check the screens. There may be debris deposited on the screens. This is your first pass of preventing fouling inside of the rain bucket. So usually it's just a case of scraping any grass or debris off, spraying them, wiping them, and then set the screens to the side. Reassembly. At this point, everything is clean. I still don't want to connect this wire yet. I need to level the aluminum portion of the rain gauge. Inside the funnel, the base, there is a level, a bubble level. So the lower bolts on the legs, the L bracket legs that hold the rain gauge, facilitate leveling. You will loosen those as needed. They are in slotted holes. I prefer to have all three loose, get it close, and try to be on axis with one leveling bolt. And at that point now I can tip side to side to square it up with the other holes. Gently hold it in place as you tighten the screw, taking care not to over tighten these screws. They are very small. Snug is sufficient. After you take your hands off, check for level again. Oftentimes when you're pushing and pulling here, you can throw the level off with your force of moving the gauge around. So when you let go, check, see if it is level. If it checks out and it's level, go ahead and reattach the black wire to the terminal strip. Take the outer funnel, carefully set it down, again coming down straight, set it down onto the bolts. If it's the new style, turn to lock. Old style, just straight down is sufficient. Take your screwdriver. Again, do not over tighten, just snug. Tighten them down snug. And then lastly, reinstall the screens. So it's a small screen first. It sits in a little depression in the bottom. The outer screen, usually it's concave. So have the screen where it's arching outward. Set it inside the funnel. Push down, it'll snap into place. At that point, visually check that everything is reinstalled, no problems, and you're done. So remember, the key to a good hydrologic network and monitoring is good maintenance on the rain gauges. All the money that's been spent and all the effort to put this system in is not going to work if it's not maintained properly. So when you clean and level the gauges, make sure you take care and take it serious. Although it will only take you 10 minutes or so when you get very good at it, do not diminish the importance of what you are doing. It is very important to, again, clean and maintain these properly, otherwise they are useless. Finally, checklist of all the steps that I did are at the link below, as well as some background information on the project, and more information on the hydrologic network as a whole is also on another link below. Thank you.